What an active overnight in South Texas. We're talking extremely heavy rain falling, leading to numerous flash flood emergencies along the Rio Grande Valley. And we're not done with the rain yet, Marissa. Many roads near the U.S.-Mexico border around Brownsville look like this. Cars abandoned, submerged in deep floodwaters, really as far as the eye can see. This is along I-2 in McAllen, Texas. The city swamped with a record 8+ inches of rain Thursday, just in a single day, making it the third wettest day of all time in McAllen. Even with the flood receding now, roads are still covered in this thick mud, also debris. There were 4 flash flood emergencies issued across 2 South Texas counties. Now, 3 hours north of McAllen, that's where we find this morning Fox Weather correspondent Robert Ray. He's in San Antonio. Robert, good morning. Sun's still not up yet, but on Wednesday, San Antonio was dealing with some of this heavy rain.
Oh, yeah, it sure was. The past 48 hours has been a really tough go for southeastern Texas. And let's just get right to the nuts and bolts of the most affected area, and that's down on the border of the U.S. and Mexico. Look at this video from McAllen and also Brownsville, Texas. You know, they have gotten a tremendous amount of thunderstorms and rain in the past 24 hours. As you said, over 8 inches in McAllen, and some localized areas well over a foot, stranding vehicles, some of the water up to the rooftops, the roadways turning into streams and rivers. And now today, under that state of emergency still, many schools are canceled down there in McAllen and Brownsville. The governor is ready to send in people if need be, but at this point, you know, waters are receding, even though more rain is falling there this morning. We're not going to see what happened yesterday, thankfully. Good news, if there is any, on this torrential rain and these thunderstorms the past 48 hours is that we have not heard of any significant injuries or casualties, and that is always an incredible sentence to say on television and report. But guys, it's not just the border that took all this. Look at the video from leaving Corpus Christi and heading to San Antonio across interstate, one of the interstates there, heading north into San Antonio. Shelf clouds in the distance. And when you see something like that, when you're on the roadway, yeah, it puts you at pause. It makes you realize how big these atmospheric conditions are and how hardcore the energy that are in them and they produce. And yeah, rain that just continued to fall yesterday into the evening. Palm trees that are swaying. Palm trees are always so indicative of what the weather is on the coastline, right? You know how hardcore the wind gusts are, and you know how they're taking some of the energy from the systems. And then, of course, yeah, as you mentioned, Stephen and Marissa, you know, San Antonio taking really hardcore thunderstorms on Wednesday evening, and that snarled everything. But last night, it kind of calmed down, and that was a good thing. I had a chance to take a walk here in San Antonio on the River Walk and look at the video. You know, not the abundant amount of people you'd expect to be out and about this time of year with spring break, but still, people did venture out of their hotels and head onto those boats that make their way up and down, enjoying the festivities here, restaurants, bars, and just the beautiful nature of San Antonio's Riverwalk that the Alamo somewhere in here. But unfortunately, this flash flood warning and watches all in southeastern Texas are still in play this morning and will be likely until this afternoon. And then some more thunderstorms may pop up actually here in San Antonio later, track toward Houston and then into Louisiana. And we know that this weekend, everybody should be on guard in the south, into the Tennessee and the Ohio valleys. Guys, back to you.
And actually, that includes Texas, too. We have the severe weather threat that we'll have to see. Yeah. Maybe San Antonio will be exempt from it, a little far enough to the south. But yeah, these storms have been fickle, Robert, in that San Antonio saw some rain and storms Wednesday, and then a lot of that shifted south, and that's where it stayed. As some of the video that you've been recapping, we saw it all day yesterday. Robert Ray in San Antonio this morning. Robert, thank you.